Hi, I'm Terry Steele, and this is Bible Bytes with Montevilla Church. I picked the passage of Philippians 1:6 for Bible Bytes. Paul says, I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to the completion at the day of Jesus Christ. I chose Philippians 1:6 because it's been very encouraging this time. The ambassador class has been going through Philippians, and that was our first lesson that we hit. And the thing that was encouraging is that Paul doesn't say, if you haven't arrived, there's something wrong with you. What he says is, that which he started, he will work until completion, until the day of Jesus Christ. And the day of Jesus Christ is when Jesus comes back. That means until Jesus comes back, he is continuing to work on us and mature us. During this time, I feel like we've been in a pressure cooker or in a smelter of sorts. And a lot of the impurities are rising to the top. And that's where the Lord is able to scrape those impurities off with us. It's not that he just comes along and says, here, let me fix it for you. He actually says, let's work on this together. And things that you think, man, I should have conquered that 10, 15, 20 years ago. Suddenly he's saying, let's come back around to this and look at it again. That's really, really encouraging. Later on in chapter 3 of Philippians, Paul says, not that I have attained it, not that I have become perfect yet, but I continue to press into Jesus Christ. And that's encouraging because it means there's no end in this life of how far we can pursue Jesus. We never actually get there and say, I have finally gotten there. There's still more. And that God hasn't given up on us, especially in this time of quarantine. The Lord hasn't left us alone. He says, no, now we can work on things in a different way. And that's really encouraging. The fact that Paul says, I'm not perfect yet. One time, I think I was about 14 or 15, I went to Dad and I said, so when do I get there? He says, what do you mean? I says, when do I get the Christian life right? And he says, when you die. And I'm like, well, that's not encouraging. Until he explained, no, the point is, every time you fall, God's saying, let's stand up and try it again. He's not standing there and saying, I'm so disappointed with you, Terry. He says, come on, let's go. Well, at my age now, I'm beginning to realize that really is very encouraging because it means every day we're pressing into Jesus. And in that we aren't going to get there until heaven, that means there is no end to the growth that we can have. The encouraging thing during this quarantine time is to know that the Lord has not finished working with me, that he hasn't given up, and that he's not saying, okay, you take a break and you just go over there and rest while this is going on. He is actively working to move our faith forward in this time. And again, when we encounter issues of conflict or confusion, he is still there. I spent several weeks wrestling with certain things that are going on, and finally the Holy Spirit said, wait, I am still in control, and things are not taking me by surprise. How encouraging. And in light of that, it has been an encouraging time to be able to take steps forward where I might not have an opportunity to sit and contemplate before. And in the process, other people have spoken with me and I've been able to encourage them as well. Don't give up, don't stop. This is the opportunity to take steps forward to Jesus with a lot of distractions being put to the side. So that's the passage that has been very encouraging to me during this time.